Okay, local swell trackers, it is the last day, Thursday evening, the 31st, and finally, game on. We're doing a little hindcasting right now, South Pack. You don't see anything right now. These storms way down by the Ross Ice Shelf have been very zonal or west to east tracking. We're not getting anything really. A little bit of Tasman sea swell here that you can see, but that's not going to amount to much. What is going to amount to a lot is this system right down here. It was a complex storm that had several phases, 3 to be exact. We saw a south-southeast swell build yesterday to 3, almost 4. Today, late in the day, it was solid 4, maybe even a couple pluses from this guy right here. This is showing the Saturday fetch. This is the longer, better, more powerful portion of this beauty, and it sticks around for quite a while and starts to weaken on Sunday rather rapidly, as the models show here. So we are looking at, well, a solid 3 to 5 for Thursday night at select spots. I can verify it. And also Saturday, we'll see 6 feet at the top reefs. Most spots will be 3 to 5, but there will be some pluses. Yeah, we'll take it. Now, Saturday will do well, and then due to this portion of the storm, it's going to drop to 2 to 4 at the most on Sunday. Then look at this, high pressures, zonal storms way down below. This is the guy right here. We actually had a couple storms fetches kind of feeding into each other. Now, the last time we had a high surf advisory was June 20th. You do the math. It comes out to a negative number. But hey, August and the summer will sort of redeem itself here with this beauty, since it's going to last so long. So running through these hindcast loops one more time from Storm Surf. Okay, so here we go. Current models. Look at this. Absolutely a shutdown after this next event. We do get a little something trying to get into the Tasman, but it looks weak. Systems out here are out of our window. There's this little spinner underneath Tahiti, but it's so weak I don't even think we're going to get anything out of that. Again, after this current run, we are going into a lousy period. Okay, now let's take a quick look at the North Pack, because it is doing stuff. Now, this is Kenneth here, sent us some 10, 11 second E-swell this week. Roll in the animations, you can see he spun out there for a little while. Didn't really send much more than 3 feet to us. Then, take a look at this guy right there. It's in the tropics. It is a typhoon, Sanvu, and it became or becomes a gender bender. Now, this is going back to last Tuesday when this guy spun out and actually suspended and then begins to move out of the tropics, which we're sitting about 20 north here from the equator. It's about 20 degrees north, about 1,200 miles north and south of the equator are the tropics. And this system goes from a warm core system to a cold core low as it builds. And take a look at that. There are some seas in there that are 50 plus. A lot of them are 45. It is large and in charge, but it has a north track. So we're not going to get too lucky, especially from the first phase, because the west portion is going to get shadowed by Niihau and Kauai. But now that we see the track, it moves up here by the Kurils, spreads out, and it's big and powerful enough for us to see something here on the southwest flank. It actually is going to take a trip over across the Aleutians. And so right now, we can count on a west-northwest, long period forerunners of about 20 seconds on Thursday the 7th. And by Friday, let's say, we could have some 3-footers pending shadowing. And then by Saturday, Sunday, we could see some 5-footers out of that system. That was, again, originally a typhoon, since it was in the tropics, but it became extratropical here when it built up to just, can you imagine how big that storm surf is up in those areas just ahead of that storm? That is a full winter caliber storm right there. We have a little something bashing right into the tip of Baja. We won't see anything from the east tropics, but yahoo, game on. Now, let me re-roll these, and you can see the system here that was actually strong before. This guy up here in the East Aleutians will be sending some north-northwest swell, but has really been downgraded. We're going to go ahead and claim some, 3 to 4 foot, 12-second north-northwest out of that. So solid 4 feet, hopefully 5, on Wednesday the 6th, and even through to the 7th. So this guy, even though he was born way after Sanvu, this one will still be bringing us in waves before it. I have the forecast at Surf News Network right here for you. The premium members get the 10 days, the freebies are 5 days, and the paid subscription gets you 4 cameras all at once for town and 6 for the country. Thanks for the support. Okay, let's take a look at the swell periods generated by some of the storms we were looking at. Let's start with the South Pack here. Here's the system moving in with these long periods right here, and already have passed us, actually. That's the first portion of the swell. Here comes the next one. A lot of the energy is passing off to our east and hitting California, of course. Now here comes that west portion of the typhoon, and then here comes the second portion, and that's going to be the one that we're going to enjoy the most, the 9th and the 10th. Looks like the long haul is going to try to get up a Tasman Sea storm, but we're going to keep an eye on that because looking at the storms didn't indicate much to reach us over 2 feet. It's this guy and the northwest swell that I was pointing to doesn't even show up because it's a short period. These longer periods generated by, oh, there it is. You can see that 10-second thing coming down here. That's going to be that northwest, especially filling in Wednesday the 6th, peaking the 7th, which is a Thursday. And then right after that, we get the long period stuff from the typhoon. So yeah, look at all those colors. Finally seeing something, seeing some action. So southern swells, west swells, northwest swells, and a lot of stuff missing us off to the east. Okay, the hand-drawn surface charts, there's the high pressures moving in, but the main reason why our trades are getting cut is this front that's approaching the islands. It's expected to stall northwest of us and not lifting until next Wednesday, and the trade winds will be back after that. But for now, this high pressure is weakening because of that front, and the ridge is getting pushed down closer and over the islands. Thus, the trades are out of here. Friday, we're into a sea breeze pattern. We'll probably see a nice glassy morning. The trades will still be with us, but they will have begin to have an east-southeast flow. And so, boy, I don't know what that's going to do for an early morning mush out. Well, a mid-morning mush out for town or the whole leeward coast, but we'll wait and see. So this is the reason why the high pressure is getting weakened by the front. We've got some weather mugginess, highs almost 90. It'll feel hotter, and fog and all of that. That whole thing is going to be especially bad Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday, and even Tuesday. And then this high pressure will bring it back, help us bring back the trades as this weather feature lifts mid next week. The jet stream's got the dip right here, allowing that one northwest swell to kind of get going. It's enough energy feeding up there to keep the North Shore more active than we've seen it, well, most all summer. I mean, a lot more color, and that's the main thing. Now, it does quiet up here towards the end of the 7-day forecast period, so we will be going in back into a quiet period. Down under, the northern branch stays dominant. The southern branch stays very zonal, even though it has some energy in it. The high pressures have been sitting too far northeast. We like them to be over the Tas, the high pressure, and over New Zealand, and I'll let those storms come right up the east coast. And we just have not seen that. We've had a lot of lows where the fetch is compromised, just kind of cut short on their track towards the east. But we do have this one exception from the storm over a week ago, is no longer showing on this current model. These are, again, 7 days out from tonight. So there you go. The north is starting to happen. You can tell transitioning into fall is upon us. And the South Pack could still save itself, but with these big blues right there sticking around, not looking good, and we are going into a shutdown like I told you. Okay, the water vapor loop showing quite a stable atmosphere here. The brown regions are showing the drier sinking air, but here's that front that's cutting the trades that I was just showing you. High pressure weakening and getting pushed down over here. These clouds you see are the intertropical convergence zone, staying put where the trade winds from the North Pack meet the trades from the South Pack, hovering down there, not affecting our weather as this guy up here. Taking a look at the infrared loops, you can see not many clouds. It's been absolutely gorgeous. The cloud buildup is going to be in the afternoons with the land heating, and that's when we may see some showers and everything. But other than that, we're in a pretty stable atmosphere, and we are looking at, overall, I think we're going to have some beautiful mornings. We'll see. Drilling down, you see a nice east flow. That thing will actually even have a southeast tilt as time goes on, and the water vapor loops showing hardly any rain, maybe to the southeast here of the Big Island, but just a few windward sprinkles off and on. I think the weather is really going to make more of a difference here towards the weekend. We'll have to wait and see. And here's our final animation showing Sanvu, the gender bender, generating some fun, hopefully 5-foot west-northwest here, filling in especially Friday the 8th, peaking the 9th and the 10th, and even lasting on Monday the 11th. So September's definitely changing. Down under, you can see most of the action is too far to the southeast of Tahiti. And this guy, the winds are not pointing up our way like this little guy. He just needs to be over to the west and about 3 times bigger. These spinners over here are slamming New Zealand. Won't be getting much. This is a Tasman Sea event the models were pointing to, and hopefully they'll make their way up for some 2-foot southwest swell. And that's your local swell tracker. Thanks for being here. Aloha for now.